finally got my tube amp up and working again. Of course, the setup is a bit up and down now, so I hope you can hear and see me properly. But it's a lot of fun, and I'll be tweaking some high gain sounds, I think, in the session, and just jamming away. And of course, if you have any thoughts, questions, or anything you want to share with me, I'm here to answer that. So, a little bit more mid-range, maybe. Nothing else matters. No, I can't. Sorry, man. Is it just me, or does this sound really scooped? Staying off the grid! Yay! I assume that means you're happy. Max, hello there. Can't play Sound of Silence, but it's a great track. You can jam, my brother. Thank you, man. A little bit bass heavy as well. Uriel, thanks so much, man. You being kind makes the world a better place as well. Steve Vai, that would be like... Easy be less, doing good, man. Elton John's little brother. I don't mind. My way here. That's pretty good for presence right there. I don't know what you think about this sound. It's a much higher gain than I usually have, but it's also fun to experiment with. Robert, I did let the tubes heat up. Not only that, but I had to replace the rectifier tube, and then because I knew the rectifier tube was broken, then I had to test each and every power tube, and between that I had to turn the amp off and put in standby mode, wait 30 seconds, so it took me a while, but we're back. You play effortlessly, thanks so much, man. Holy Yako, play what better? Thank you, Saved by Grace. Going to subscribe. Thanks so much, man. Of course, this tone isn't very dynamic. It's very high gain. So let's see if we can. Tube amps are old school. I think they are, yeah, but very good for gent. Okay, I don't play gent, so I can't really tell, but I like tube amps, and basically since this amp broke around a week ago, I've gone through my old practice amps and the Kemper, and they all pretty much sound good, so I have nothing against them, but they don't give me the same joy of playing. It sounds weird maybe, but just, you know, the way you attack it and stuff like that, just awesome. So I think I'm gonna go for a more dynamic sound now. Let me see if I can do some change. So let's turn off the high gain. See if we can get some. Quite a difference, don't you think? Ooh, I'm cute. Thank you so much. Oh, I pulled the camera down. Damn, didn't even notice. Couldn't see my cute face anymore. I have way too many cables here. It's a bit dangerous. Are we back? So, do you prefer? Oh, awesome guitar plays back. So, do you prefer this dynamic sound or the high gain I had before? Just out of interest. I mean, I like both, but you get a little bit tired of the high gain stuff after a while. Your Sweet Child of Mine lesson changed teenage me. Awesome. Thanks so much, man. X Lazy. No, these are not computer effects at all. The only digital thing you're really hearing here is a cabinet simulation. The rest is just an analog tube amp and analog pedals. Okay, so you prefer the high gain, Lazy. Mr. Freelix.net himself, you're the biggest reason I stuck it out when learning guitar. Man, thank you. That's really the goal with my teaching here, so I can't believe you say that. Thanks so much, man. This is for Matub. Why do I keep changing stuff? So I think it's better when I sit in this direction, because now I can easily tweak the sound with you guys. So I think I'm gonna continue with that. So every time you see me go down like that, that's because I'm tweaking one of the usually pedals or amp. Whoops. Thank you, Zach. This is a Gibson LPJ, so it's one of their, let's see if you can see that. Come on, camera, you can do this. There we go. So, it's one of their cheapest guitars, USA made, and they don't produce them anymore, but you can probably find them used. I bought it in 2014. I think this is like a Toman special. That's a nice sound. So I'm using a loop here, a looper, and this is a few of the loops I recorded right before the amp broke down. And I didn't really want to plug it into, you know, my other setup. It didn't sound the same, so this is back to where we started. I like it. Cool, X-Lay. So you've been practicing the same way. Yeah, I love this kind of slow, expressive phrasing. Doesn't have to be that kind of thing, you know. It's just. Thank you, Naya something. A Slavic username. Can't pronounce it. Sorry, man. Doozy, I hope you're having an amazing day. Thanks so much, man. Wow, is that a preamp too, perhaps? No, it's the output that's a little bit loud. Okay, should be better. Tommy, what's up, my man? You happen to find in your looper crap things made by bassists. What does that mean? I can put in some drum loops in this looper, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. Basically, it's my first ever decent looper where I can store things, and that really changes things, because now I can sort of work more on the loop, and I know that it won't be gone the next time I turn on the amp. Ooh, Matube! Thanks again for the years of content and inspiration. It's not often you get to interact with someone who genuinely changed your life. Mittwoch is still a banger. Thanks so much, Matube. Thanks for the support, man. So you still listen to Mittwoch? Mittwoch, mein Deutsch ist schlecht. So Matub, it's been a long journey since Freelix, obviously. It's amazing you still find your way around there. So I take it maybe you're an old subscriber as well. Maybe that's why you got to see this in your feed. So do you still play the guitar, I'm assuming? Are you in a band or anything like that? Something dad? Well, that's not bad either. I'm a 43-something dad. So tell me about your kids. How many of them? I have 2 daughters. One 15 and the other one is 10. Well, let's change to a Strat now, and we should hopefully get even more dynamic tones. Let's see if I can avoid breaking everything. 17 and 14, that's close. Six and three. Oh, okay, so you're busy then. I can assume not quite as much time playing guitar, maybe. Both prefer hearing Paw Patrol theme song over my attempts at John Mayer. It's funny, my oldest daughter, out of the blue, she started listening to metal. That's so cool. And she started with some albums that I had her listen to when she was really young, from the Swedish band Sabaton. They have this album, Carolus Rex, and they sing in Swedish, which is kind of cool, I think. You know, we're a small country and like 9 or 10 million people here. Your kids love Rammstein. Big Rammstein fan here as well. We'll see if it ever comes to that with my kids. What happened to volume? Thank you, Barry. We have another old timer. Thank you, Rand. You remember me from the UG lessons and when I was 12 and just starting. You helped me a lot. Thank you. So you're the second one. We actually have had Matt Tube. Am I pronouncing it right? Also an old timer. He remembers my Freelix site. That was around the time I did the Ultimate Guitar content. I started with Freelix and then, I started the Ultimate Guitar like a year later or so. Oh, that's deep, Matt. So he passed last year and willed me the first guitar he ever built. Man. So he worked in the Gibson Custom Shop. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I think there's something with cats and guitar playing. I've also noticed. It's like they're curious on the strings. They want to touch them and... Would be nice with a little bit of breakup here. I wonder if we push it into breakup. So if you want to get this tone, I'm using the fat channel of my Mesa Boogie. So that's, more like a Fender-ish tone. Not quite Fender, but still a worthy competitor. Or the Lone Star tone. So it's like a fat, clean tone to start with. And then I have the full tone OCD on top of that. That's what you're hearing now. And a little bit of reverb and delay. Georgie, do you still have the Sunburst Parker fly? I always read people found it ugly, but it looked real cool to me. I do have it. We can try it now. It's been a while since I played it. Okay, because we had two old timers, I have felt I have to pull this one out. Now probably I'm gonna have to tune a little bit, because I haven't played it in a while. Let's see. I think this is set up as floating, if I remember correctly, so I might have to do this a few times. Let's see. Yeah, looks like a floating bridge right there. The Parker bridge, you can decide whether you want to have it floating or not. It seems I decided I wanted to have it floating. Maybe that was a bad idea. So here we go. Whoops. Okay, so this is such a different sounding guitar. I'm gonna try to just tweak the EQ pedal a little bit, see if we can compensate for that. So it lacks, I think, some low end. We're gonna add that, and then it has a lot of mid-range, a bit too much, somewhere around 2, I think. Let's see. Better. So I guess you remember this one? So I own one Tele, yeah, and I play it a lot, but I don't have it in the studio. It's like my main practice guitar when I'm not in the studio. Does it bring out some memories? Some of you? It's a very cool looking guitar with a headstock. You can see it. And it has a graphite fretboard and stainless steel frets. And a very nice shaped body, as you can tell. A little bit dirty. Now, the reason I can't part with this is definitely emotional. I don't really get along with it sound-wise anymore. So you can try boosting the low end a bit more, see what happens. Definitely better now. That's what a EQ pedal can really be useful. I've set this one in the beginning of the chain, so it's really just there to compensate for, or I use it to basically tweak the sound coming directly from the guitar. Turn the volume down. Let's try some high gain. So it does shine a bit more, I think, with the high end, or with the high gain. Still a little bit, a little bit flat sounding. Bren, what's up? Thank you, DUI. DUI something. So, I swapped the two single coils are original. I should probably swap them maybe. I unfortunately sold the original humbucker, but it turns out the one I do like now is actually the Seymour Duncan pickup I put in. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe you guys remember. It's this mix of a P90 and a single coil. Okay, so let's see if we have another loop here. The D minor, I think. Shizay, I'm back, thank you. Oops. Oh, I think I'm back. So the neck pickup, I have it now. Neck pickup is single coil. I think the humbucker works a little bit better for this. Oops. I would like even more bottom end to this guitar. Oops. to see what you guys are saying. I want to grow as a guitar player. What kind of advice can you give me? Cool question. And David says, it's amazing how some guitars and players just sound great. Others practice for decades and never achieve the quality. Yeah, it's highly subjective also. You have to consider that a lot of times I'm sitting here pretending that I like what I do, but instead I'm really hating the sound I'm getting from my playing. It's highly subjective, and a lot of times what's gonna sound best to others is the stuff that you hate the most. At least that's the case for me, because the things I play most often, so the licks and patterns I'm most comfortable with, they are the ones I'm really sick and tired of. But they are the ones I master the best, you know, and that's I think it works for everybody. Whoops, you see? No one like that though. I've been playing around 30 years. But if I were to give you like a general advice on how to improve as a guitar player, I would say really try to hone in on the things you love listening to. I've seen way too many players just, you know, they want to play, I don't know, fusion or something because they think that's what the cool dudes do, but they listen to metal or they listen to pop music, whatever. You can't excel at playing something that you don't love listening to. So that would be the number one thing. Just make sure that whatever you're practicing is really targeted towards where you want to get. And it doesn't matter if you're a beginner and want to play Yngwie Malmsteen, you can still make a reasonable plan for how to get there. But again, if you don't love the sound of Yngwie Malmsteen, and you just think it looks cool or something, you're not gonna get there. You know, you really have to love your end goal. I think that's the primary thing. And the rest is just down to, you know, dedication, devotion, how much do you practice, how much you wanna put into it, and are you just like practicing lazy in front of the TV or internet, whatever, or are you really focused when you're practicing, thinking of how you can improve every note? Oops, don't play that. But just for the hell of it, should we switch back to some other guitar? And as I said, this guitar is really nice, but I don't really get along with the sound anymore. So I'm gonna try this one, which I think has many of the features, not really, but it's the closest match to the Parker, but I think this has a better sound. I think this one should handle the cleans pretty well as well. It's okay. Thanks for bringing out the fly. So many memories. I tried sending a super chat, but it's 2 a.m. here, so my card got rejected. I surely keep up this channel now. Thanks so much, man. It means the world to have you around again. Thank you, Flag. So the key of this is D minor. Trying to see what you guys are saying here. Can you hype the rhythm a bit more? So you want to groove it? Oh, sorry, man, it doesn't fit. Sorry, I don't know the FX100. Up the bass just a little bit on the amp and the sound totally blew up, I think. Very warm and nice. So I'm half Greek and half Swedish. So that's probably where the Italian looks are coming from. Legato. Kalispera. I don't know any Greek, unfortunately. So yeah, I think this pretty flexible setup here. I don't know if I got out of that one alive. Need to retune a little bit. But I must say I grabbed this guitar without tuning it. It had decent tuning, so credit to Floyd Rose style tremolo. Hey there, Keegan. Sayori is already subscribed. Thanks so much, man. Flying, exactly. So this is all improvised. I just made sure I had this backing track that I liked, and that's just a loop I created a few weeks back. And if I'm inspired by the backing track, typically my best playing is going to come from just, noodling around and just seeing what comes out. Sounds pretty good. I would like it to be a tad fatter. Let's see. I think I messed up. Cool, so you know me from somewhere. It could be many places. Maybe you're my neighbor, who knows? But I have been online for quite some time, so you might have seen me before. This is an Ibanez. It's an Ibanez RG652AHM. Very nice Japanese RG, and I love it. Sometimes with temperature changes, there's a bit of tuning fluctuation that I don't like, but other than that, it's pretty much a perfect guitar. You're so kind, Doocy. You say you messed up, but it sounds incredible to me. Thanks, man. Yeah, I love the Nebula green as well. That's really what I fell for. And at the time when I bought it, the color was new, but then everybody started getting them, so you see them quite a bit. But it's they really nailed the color, I think. Yeah, all guitars change with temperature and pressure outside, but I'm not speaking about big changes here. I'm speaking about opening the window a little bit. And this thing has like lots of strips here, and I don't know, I guess I had a little bit higher expectations, but I don't know if that's normal or thin neck. I can't tell you, but it's a lovely guitar, and I do have two Ibanez. They're both awesome, so... Tapu is on a flight. Where are you going, man? Economy picking. So economy picking is about not strictly playing down and up, right? So instead of doing like strictly down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, that's going to be tricky whenever you have uneven amount of notes per string. So what economy picking is all about is doing down, up, down, and then 2 consecutive downstrokes as you do the string traverse. Well, there I mixed in some economy picking on when I was ascending. And then I did more like a pigato thing where I mix picking and legato when descending. So no economy picking here, but I do economize here. It's a little bit hard because you have to constantly move your hand with every string traverse. So I wouldn't say economy picking helps you if you want to just play fast easier. It's just as difficult, but it's a different way of doing it. I've stopped practicing that pretty much. I did it quite extensively when I was young. I thought I had the brightest idea ever. But then I discovered that I prefer the sound of strict alternate picking. All of that is just alternate picking. I prefer the sound of that. Or just legato, you know. This is not a lot of picking, this is just legato stuff. So I think that sounds just as percussive as picking. This would be easier, I think, than learning to economy pick. So if you want to try this out, I'm just doing 7, 8, 10 on the A string, right? So hammer on, and then the same on the D string. Hammer on, pick, hammer on. So just 7, 8, 10 on the A and the D string. And I just pick once per string, the rest is legato. And the way I make that sound percussive is by muting with my right hand here. And I use hybrid picking. I like to call this hybrid legato. So I'm using pick and hybrid pick. Pick and finger. So pick, finger while muting and while doing legato. If you put all of that together, you get this kind of fake picking thing. So I go live pretty much every day these days, around this time, maybe a little bit earlier. So you can always catch me if you're out in my European mornings. I've done streams for, I think, more than a month now, every day. So I plan to keep on doing as long as you guys are attending them. Lots of pedals now, but it sounds pretty cool. Bit too much, maybe, I don't know. I don't really play any other instrument live. Sometimes I'm tempted to sing, but I don't think you want to hear that. So for the tone, Raj asked, I'm using the Mesa Boogie Mark V now, which is finally working. I have it had it off for a while because of one tube that I needed replacing. And then right now I'm using the full tone OCD into the Mesa, but I also use the Friedman BOD for the high gain sounds. Tone comes from the balls, that's true. Let's try another. Okay, Precious Sweet. Yeah, this is unfortunately my regular time since I'm in Europe here. I do find that we have slightly more people during weekends. Maybe that's because of the time zone thing. Oh, I'm now your favorite player, man. Too kind. So this is for Skinan Bones 86. Thanks so much, man. Just gonna figure out the key and then I'll play you some. That's for you, Skinan. Cool DJ, so you find me most night. That's awesome, man. Yes, my Mark V, I grow to love it more every day. But I have to confess, I'm a little bit, how do you say, gassy, G-A-S, for a Fender amp as well. Because I figure the cleans are amazing, but they're not Fender. So, at some point maybe I'll have that as well. Jazz. I should record a jazzier loop sometime, but I'm too crappy to do it spontaneously. Careless with me, I don't remember it. Have you heard of Consider the Source, the band? What's that? I mean, sure, the Mark 1 channel, I play it all the time, the Pleat channel. That's what I'm playing now. It sounds amazing. I mean, I've been playing this amp intensely for 12 years, so I know it okay, but you can always get more stuff, right? Cort, you mean the brand, guitar brand? Yeah, I've seen some cool guitars with them. I think Piotr, one of my fellow instructors on the GMC site, he plays a Cort in a lot of his metal stuff, and it sounds awesome. My favorite scale to play would definitely be the pentatonic scale. You can just do anything with it, you know. Let's see if we can add chorus to the sound. Sounds too much. Oh, so Consider the Source is what the band is called. Cool. So I'm doing a lot of pentatonics here. And then I mix it in with some minor, so C sharp minor pentatonic plus the C sharp minor scale. That's my absolute favorite combination. But I'm very happy about this setup because now I can seamlessly go between those two sounds. I really like that. And I also think it's a good idea I put the camera in the other direction here. I think that's much better for these streams actually. So I can tweak the amp while I face you guys. Otherwise I had to like turn around 180 degrees and crack my back just to make a little tweak. Yeah, Fender Twin Reverb. Those are supposedly amazing. I like the Super Reverb, I think it's called. Or just, I think it's Super Reverb. Or the Princeton. as far as I understand, it's just their output level. So Princeton is a little less wattage, and you're gonna go into overdrive quicker. And since I'm mainly playing in the studio, I think something like that could work. But I haven't checked yet whether they have like an effect loop and things like that. That would be kind of important for me. So I'm really not there yet. But I've realized that there are some clean tones that I want to get, and that are not the ones I'm getting from this amp. I mean, this amp, I'm going to keep it forever. I love it, but it's just a question of versatility. What is inspired by Marcus Miller? Is that the band? So Eric Johnson, his picking would be like downward pick slanting. I guess I'd go into overdrive again for that. So whoops. To warm up a little bit for that though. So ouch. So this kind of stuff, you can't really just do it like that. You would have to warm up a little bit. I would have to. Even though I've been practicing that stuff for 20 years. I don't know Cliffs of Dover, but I am very inspired by Eric Johnson. He was one of my favorites when I was doing all my shreddy practicing. Your Fender Twin Rover without a master volume, okay, yeah. And many of them don't have that. So that means you're just gonna have to get really loud with the amp, and I don't know really what I think about that, because the Mesa Boogie is just amazing for control, right? I can pretty much totally silence the amp and still have it play it for you guys. So yeah, but the Fender clean sound is amazing. There's no denying that, and so is the overdriven sound. Amazing amps. Because, you know, when I bought this amp, I was all into like thick overdrives and leads, and that's what this gives me. I mean, it's just it's a classic amp. But, you know, my taste has evolved. That was like 12 years ago. Now I'm much more into chords and clean stuff and dynamic bluesy stuff. So that's basically why. PV Bandit, such a classic. But just check the fat, clean sound I'm getting here from the Mesa Boogie. I think it's really nice. You have a really nice breakup as well. yeah, I don't think I'll ever grow tired of this sound. And plus the amp is extremely versatile. There's so many different to explore. So a lot of times when I record these short videos, I'll just do one new setting per day. So I'll tweak the amp in the morning, and I have 3 channels with 3 different voicings to choose from. That's just to start with. So just 9 totally or very different sounds. And then the controls you have after that are just also amazing. Just the way I think both the treble, the gain, and the master volume on each channel, each of those 3 knobs, the way they interact totally changes everything. So one setting could work with a specific setting for those 3 knobs, and then you change them a little bit, and then you have to change all the EQ as well, because it's very versatile. And some people, I mean, that can scare you if you're new to amps. This is like a monster in terms of tweakability. But for me, I just wanted one good amp, because when I bought it, I really didn't, I hated the whole gear thing that you were supposed to do tons of research to just find something that works. I just wanted something that I knew would work with many different sounds. And it has given me that for years and years and years. So it's a very, very cool amp. Exactly, so supposedly the sound I'm playing now, the fat voicing of the clean channel, that should be like the Lone Star clean sound. It should be extremely close. However, the Lone Star high gain sound is supposedly not within the Mark V, and that's a very special fat kind of sound. I mean, you could probably get close with a Mark I channel, but it's not quite that. Piper Atoms, thanks so much for encouraging people to like the stream. Thank you, thank you. This is for Piper. Thank you, Piper. The echoed orchestra, I think I'm too crappy for that, but it seems that the setup is pretty good right now for just shifting between high gain at least. I mean, Yngwie's high gain tone is also very compressed, so I'd probably reach out for the compressor. Maybe, I don't know. Ooh, you just subscribed. Thank you, Babylonia. I like your username. So I don't know, Yngwie. Let's change to the Strat, or we'll see. So out of pure coincidence, I happen to have a scalloped Strat here. So now that could get me a bit closer to Yngwie. Still like a low output guitar, so it's different in that sense, but I have this push-pull that allows me to get these two pickups in parallel. So maybe boost the signal. Say it's very close to Yngwie at all yet, but at least I can shred with this sound. I don't know any collective salt. You're jelly. Let's increase the gain, see if we can get closer to Yngwie. I don't know, does it sound like Yngwie or not? It's not really the classic Marshall sound either. Oops. That's my amp doing something weird. I still haven't been able to troubleshoot this. There are volume drops, but it doesn't really lead to anything bad. You can hear how the volume just dropped now. Now it came back. Do we have an amp expert here? It's been like that for a year or so. And replacing the rectifier, which was bad, didn't help either. This is something Yngwie does quite a bit as well. He does it where in the middle of a bend he'll go from the noise. He'll go from the neck pickup to the bridge pickup. So. Oh, you're an hour near the Mesa Boogie Factory. That's pretty cool. Tell them hello from me. So when the Rectifier 2 broke a week ago, I wasn't really sure whether I would fix it myself because I've never done that kind of stuff in a tube amp. And I started Googling for authorized repair shops, and you know, there's one in Sweden, but it's on the other side of the country, so it's like a 8-hour drive or something. So no, thank you. There isn't a lot of Mesa Boogie stuff here in Europe, unfortunately. Typically, though, before playing that kind of thing, I would warm up a little bit, and this session I didn't start it out as a shred session. That's always a problem when you play a lot of different styles. I can't just bring them up at any point. Usually if I'm gonna shred, I'm gonna have to give it a good at least 40 minutes or more, just slow warming up. Yeah, no, the Mark V is expensive, and I'm so happy I bought it 12 years ago because I figure the price is, if it hasn't doubled, then I guess close to with where things are going now. There you have your Ingve. Uri, thank you so much. So my favorite guitarist, it's hard. I think as a grown-up or as a mature guitarist, I think the one I listened to most was probably like John Scofield. But when I started out practicing, it was more like Marty Friedman, Eric Johnson, Alan Holdsworth, Steve Morris, Ingve, Tony McAlpine, Greg Howe, ouch, and all the regular guys, Steve Vai, Satch, and oh, you have two Mesa Boogies. Do you have the Mark V? Or do you have like the Lone Star, or what is it? They have the Stiletto, and they have all these amps. I don't know them very well. Bite the string. Oof, I'm gonna break something. Oh, that was hard. Oh, you have the Mark 1 and the Mark 4. Cool. So that's pretty close then. I mean, I love the Mark 1 voicing on this Mark 5. Supposedly, it's very close to the Mark 1 original. How are you doing that? Well, when I'm playing with my teeth, a lot of it is cheating because I'm doing a lot of this. So I'm not using any hand now, right? But I do use a little bit of teeth, so. And actually, you'd be surprised that teeth sound pretty good. You can use a lot of different objects for playing guitar. That will give you like different picking attack. I mean, just this playing with the slide. Using this as a pick. So it's in brass material, I think. Gives you a very different thing than just your regular pick. And that's why it's worth experimenting with picks and with any object you can think about. I used to use fruit and banana. That was pretty nice as well. Broke a string and it slapped my face, and yeah, that wouldn't be good. Maybe Ingve would have more effects as well, or like delay. I don't know. Babylonia, that's easy. I'm using the speaker that came with it, this Celestian something. I don't know, I haven't changed the speaker. Maybe I will at some point. Speakers make an absolutely amazing difference, but you're not hearing the speaker now anyway. You're hearing my more radar, like digital speaker simulation. Is that what it's called? C90? Is that what's in it? But I also figure that if I do get another tube amp, like a Fender amp, I would prefer one with a different kind of speaker. I don't know, they have Jensen and all that stuff, so I could try maybe interchanging them. I don't know too much about it, so I don't know if that would work with impedance and stuff like that. Oh, it's Celestian C90. So does the speaker have to be rated for the right amount of wattage as well? I thought it was just the ohm, the impedance. So does the speaker need to handle 90 watts? Okay, it's both. Interesting. You see, I know nothing about this stuff, so. Or you hook up to a pod. Yeah, exactly. I played the pod 2.0 for years and years when I was starting out. I'm thinking about getting one again just for the nostalgia of those sounds. So Addy, that's an interesting question. Did I try to imitate Marty's picking? You know, maybe I should grab a pick where you can see what I'm doing. So, no, I never tried to play like this. The whammy bar is in the way. I think that's a good idea, not a good idea playing like this. I see no reason of doing that, actually. Hunter, no, this is just a hangout, live stream, so you're free to tune in and discuss anything you want to, maybe guitar, amp related, or just my haircut. Maybe you want to say something nice about my hair sticking out there. That would please me, because I've worked a long time getting my hair to look just like this. It's a good hair day. Your Mark 5 amp is 90 watts. Yeah, that's true. So the speaker gotta be at least 90 watts. Okay, interesting. Yeah, well, that makes sense. So are there like boxes? Maybe, I guess you could use a power attenuator then, of some kind, if you wanted to more freely be able to use cabs that don't support, I don't know. You shouldn't listen to me. That was more of a question, actually. Oh, Jason likes my haircut. Means the world, man. A ZT Club amp, Class D solid state. It can get loud. Cool. Okay, Babylonia. So you can have something in between them. That's interesting. This is my home studio. That's true. That's right. So the pick I'm using, this is like a Clayton 1.5 millimeters. Back in the days, you could order them with a custom print, and I have the From Zero to Hero Guitar Masterclass.net pick. I play this one quite a bit, but more frequently I play Jazz 3s. So this is a Jazz 3 Ultex. So it's like a Jazz 3 XL series something. It's basically a Jazz 3. The difference between a phaser and a flanger. So I couldn't tell you, I know the sound, right? A flanger usually is more extreme. Phaser, You can turn it up a little bit and it's not going to sound quite as horrible, but I don't know the technical explanation of why they sound like they do. I just know that Delay used to use Bucket Brigade circuits, but that won't help you a whole lot. Good starter pick. If you're playing like acoustic guitar, a clean guitar like a Fender Medium is usually a good starting point. If you're playing the electric, I'd say anything maybe that doesn't bend, right? So if you don't want to pick that bends too much, sometimes you do, but you're asking me for general guidelines here. Do I find places to play in Sweden? That's a good question. Well, the answer is yes, because I only really want to play here, nowhere else. I'm a weird guy in the sense that I just play guitar basically for myself. I've never dreamed of, carrying a heavy amp to some pub in the city and play for 30 people. I don't know, I guess I'm just weird, but that has never appealed to me. I just want to create music, and nowadays I don't have to even leave my studio here to get an audience, and that's you guys, so that's more than enough for me. But I do understand where the question comes from, and Sweden, Stockholm is not a very good place for this stuff. I mean, it's good for rock and metal, but it's a small country, and the people that want to listen to instrumental stuff is just very small. There are one or two jazz clubs, and I've played, I played some point. I played in both of the smallest, or the biggest small jazz clubs. It's Fasching and Mosebacke, but that was a long time ago, and I have no desire to go back, at least not before I maybe write some new things. That's been a while as well, but I think what I want to write is more of the metal stuff with me singing, and you can find that on the channel. I don't, at this point, have any desire to write instrumental music. I just want to play it, I just want to jam. I could maybe write some like borderline thing with like Mark Knopfler vibes that have a lot of the, kind of phrases, but embedded into some vocals. I want to sing a song for you guys. Yes, I'm Swedish. Kind of mix that in, right? But I'm a crappy singer, so I'd need a plan, and I would need to stick with it. Exactly. Your house rocks. Why would you leave? So yeah, that kind of stuff. I'd love to get recording, and actually I am getting back more and more into that stuff. I just feel that I need to, hone my chops, not necessarily playing chops, but just creativity chops and sound chops, and really try to get all of that together, and then start writing some new stuff. You want to hear my singing voice now? Then just go to my channel here, and you're gonna find my old tracks. Actually, this is a pretty good microphone. I don't know if you can tell. There it is. Oh, hello. It's a very good studio microphone, so I should sing more often. I should sing with my guitar. I just keep on speaking. I need to sing with my guitar. Hey, 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 So yeah, some work to do there, I think. Cool, guys. So you guys been absolutely amazing. Just sticking around, being supportive and being positive. And I like the fact that we have several discussions ongoing, not only the one I'm conducting, but also other ones in the chat, because that tells me these streams, they bring you guys together. And that's like the best of the internet, when people get together thanks to the internet. So let's not use it to divide each other, but instead get together. And I think that's exactly what we're doing here. You're so kind, Piper. Now we got Mark Knopfler singing. Oh, you're too kind. Come to the US, you can play in my front yard. That's an offer I can't resist, man. I like it. I like where this is heading. Could just do house gigs, right? Cool. So, thanks for tuning in. You've been absolutely amazing, wonderful, and I've been Christopher Dahl. I hope to meet you same time tomorrow. Have a good one. See ya. Cheers.